Oh my gosh, and the sound works and everything! It's got the little widgets. I love these little widgets. So, Windows Vista, this is a hard one. This is a difficult... I know it couldn't activate because I pirated it. This is a tough Windows to get a hold of. It's like, it's before the era where Windows was actually selling promo codes online that you could get for like Windows 8 and 10, but it was just after like the eras of XP, ME, and Windows 98 where you could pretty much find ISOs for them anywhere on the internet. So this one was a little hard to set up. Oh, but it's here. Oh, and it's beautiful. Oh my gosh. We're back in time once more, this time in Windows Vista. And we have a lot of possibilities for this one. In the past, things haven't gone so well because we've been missing a key feature of trying to run a YouTube channel in the old times. That was Windows Movie Maker. How could we possibly run a YouTube channel on an old version of Windows without Movie Maker? My video card does not support the required levels of hardware acceleration, or hardware acceleration is not available. Okay. Start control panel. Remember when control panel was on the start menu? Hey, Windows, get control panel, device manager, standard VGA. Alright, so we gotta upgrade my graphics card because this time machine doesn't like me. We can update our software, I guess. Alright, let's get some Internet Explorer going here. We gotta sign into YouTube, we gotta sign into Twitter. We gotta get everything connected here. As slow as it is. You know what? I want Chrome first. Give me freaking Chrome. Oh my goodness. And why can't you, good sir? Could not find any additional networks. And how does one do this? Oh, no, bridge. Why am I not... Why have I forgotten to bridge? Yes. 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 Which one of these was internet? There's a tab. Thanks. Cool. Hey-o! Goodbye, Internet Explorer. No. No, I'm good. I'm not fishing. Now, with past Windows, even XP that I did this with, I couldn't even download Chrome because my browser didn't support downloads. And goodbye, Internet Explorer. Hello, Chrome. Ooh. Good sound effects. Classic. View headlines. Yes, please. Xbox One S news on your 2006 Windows system. Yes! Yes! Aw, we're home, boys. We're home. The videos work, and I mean, it's Chrome. Of course they work. What am I talking about? That was easy. Okay. Okay, so we're signing into everything. We got the internet working. Sound works. The sound recorder. You could do a podcast. Paint! Ah, yes. This is a good paint. Well, at least we can make some Twitter content, so we'll take it to the internet. Do we have a snipping tool? I want to take a screenshot. Snipping tool. Ancient snipping tool. Yes, add it to the quick launch bar. Alright, so we're gonna save this snip as snip. Hello, I'm back in 2007 using my fresh high-tech Vista PC. Please send me something to draw in Paint. I can type. Alright, in the meantime, while we're waiting to do that, there's widgets, gadgets. They were called gadgets, not widgets. Get more gadgets. You can get gadgets online? I never knew that. We didn't have internet. Aww, they discontinued the gadgets. Gadgets are no longer available on our website because the Windows sidebar platform on Windows 7 and Vista has serious vulnerabilities. Okay, that's fair then. Well, we got some built-in ones. Currency, so I can remember how much money I have. Stocks, weather, slideshow, picture puzzle. I have 2 clocks now, that's fine. Alright, let's get to the Twitters. Definitely some ideas on... Why, though? Why is Pablo on the Titanic? You know what? I'm okay with this one. Let's do it. Alright, we start off with the outlines as normal. And we're gonna start off with the general head shape. I was once an artist on DeviantArt. Granted, I always used line tools, and I always sucked at freehand. So please keep that in mind as we go about our wonderful drawings. Now this isn't too bad because it's not realistic. I can use my outlines just fine for this. And now we can move on to the more colorful aspect of things. So we'll do some hair. I don't remember him having hair like this, but if Phineas and or Ferb turned into a troll, I'm not going to question it. Also don't question the fact that I didn't know which one it was. I didn't watch this show as a kid. Nice. It's coming together. Ah, yeah. That's coming together. Mine might look less creepy than this one, to be honest. And there it is. So this is either Phineas or Ferb. We can now save it as either Phineas or Ferb, and then we shall release it to the internet. Amen. And of course, there's a bajillion more. No, thanks. Appreciate it. No. Well, we could do actually a mimic painting here. I'd be alright to do that. I just don't know if the copyright, because it might look too accurate, and I don't know if the copyright owners will be upset at all by that, but we'll give it a go. Let's actually see how this one's doing. I think it's Phytus, yeah. Clearly that is a fish. I can't argue with that. Alright, back to the drawing board. We have a beautiful Sonalisa to draw. Alright, wonderful. So, in this one, we're going to want to start with the background first, because it is kind of detailed. They have a sort of dark grayish sky. I actually want to go with something a little more lighthearted, partially to avoid copyright. That's nice, and that kind of... We'll make that go down here, and then, like, behind that there's another one with, like, a hill. Anywhere that you would actually run, you know, there's grass growing, so... Now, if this doesn't say Classic Sonic, I don't know what does. So, alright, now we got the actual painting part, which this is going to be hard, because there's a lot of blending, there's lighting and shading and all this stuff, and I'm not that good at that. And that, and that. And that's actually all the blue that we're using for that one. Now we're going to move on to the face and the nose and the eyes. I don't expect it to have the same expression or anything, but I do what I can. Good. More of a concerned look than in this one, but that's alright. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to shrink this down just to do the mouth. Good. That works for me, to be honest. Alright, so we're going to do shading, and what you're going to want to use one of these little spray paint tools, because there is shading all around here, around the neck area, and that's fine enough for ears, honestly. They don't require a whole lot of detail and work. And yeah, that's pretty good. Honestly, I couldn't have asked it to turn out any better than that. That's nice. That's a lot better than you... Yuck. So we're gonna call this one the Mona Lisa Ick, and send that out to the world. Now, I hurt. So the verdict for Mona Lisa actually looks pretty good. I see where you're coming from. I don't strongly agree. And look at this, now we got a beautiful slideshow of the befores and afters and the arts and stuff. I like these widgets. Student pricing. I don't think you should be selling students. I'm gonna be honest, that sounds kind of illegal. Alright, Movie Maker. You're still not gonna work, right? Okay. Well, we can always do sound recording. I don't know how well that'll work. Do you actually record sound? Or are you just playing with me? Oh my gosh, it worked? What? Hold on. Actually... Oh, it sounds real bad, but hold on. Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can change the audio device it's using, because this could potentially work. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That's really quiet, but that can actually work. We need to have some kind of content to actually put on YouTube. So basically, we're going to record a very short podcast Q&A right here in Windows Vista. Doing a short Q&A podcast on Vista. Please send your questions and answers. I think you need both for one of those. Well, hopefully we won't have to do much outsourcing for this, but in order to upload it to YouTube, I don't know if it can just be a Windows Media sound video thing or what. Okay, so I'm using Windows Vista to record this very short podcast Q&A, and so that I'm yelling. So That's a file on my computer. I don't know if I can actually upload it. Open. The file you uploaded contains only audio and no video. Learn how to easily convert your audio track to a video type file. Okay, well then here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna combine it with audio on here. This is real world, this is outsourcing, this is cheating. Guess what? This is Vista. It's hard to deal with. If I could get Movie Maker working, it would be a very different world. Alright, so we're gonna leave this here for now. We need to get the podcast actually from this virtual world here. So if I can actually do that. I just drag it out. I can't. Okay. Now we're gonna outsource this because none of this actually works. We're gonna send it to my Google Drive. For some reason I had all kinds of old music that I used to listen to. That's from my last video. Okay, so we're going to upload it, and then we're going to download it in the real world on that computer. It really is fascinating how that works. It's all the same computer. It's just, it does what it does. I'm not even going to question it. We're going to download it. Scanning for viruses, very nice. All right. Okay, so now it's in. We're gonna put it in downloads. It's called podcast. So now that's actually here, and what we can do is amp it up. So now we can actually hear it. Let's try and find out what it sounds like. So far it's been almost a travesty. So it's actually using this mic. For some reason it's just super quiet. Anyway, this is the podcast, and in order to make it a video, we want to have some kind of video showing. That being said, everything we do has to be in Vista, besides the slight outsourcing that I have to do from time to time. So we're going to go back to Twitter, and we're going to do one more drawing for the background of this video. Well, Kenzie sent me her Sonic art, so that's what we're going to do. So generally everything's the same color. This mouse feels really weird all of a sudden. Not totally filled in, and then he's got the spikes. I like that rendition of the spikes where they're just kind of basically like, I mean, that pretty much that, except I'm gonna undo that part because that was a little much. Perfect. And he's happy looking, which is good. And now we just need the text speed. Alright, that will do it. That's a good one for the background of the podcast. Snowy something Sonic-y. It's not the right aspect ratio, but who cares? For Windows Vista, this was the kind of stuff you were doing. And then that's it. We're going to crop this, and we're going to render this as, of course, a Windows Media video. And it's gonna be magical. Back in the day, this would have taken at least 3 hours, and it's only a 3-minute video. Downloads, podcast, open. I don't know what y'all were talking about. Everybody was like, oh no, he's doing Vista. Good luck with that, buddy boy. This is 100% easier than every other Windows that I've had to use. Let me tell you what, people have their issues with Vista. I grew up with Vista longer than I did any other OS, and I'll tell you what, this thing was fun. Remember that one thing they had? I don't have it on this because it's business edition, but there was like, it was this whole free games market where you could go and play games for free for like a limited time. There was like that Cake Maker game, and all kinds of other stuff that I don't remember. That was fun, and I kind of wish it was on the business version, but it's not. Oh well. Ah yes, this beautiful cherry on top of the lineup of this month's uploads. Anyway, okay, so this is, I'm using Windows Vista to record this very short podcast Q&A. It's one of the few forms of content that I can make here. First question, why? And the answer is why not? So that's a good one. That one from Ryder, at Ryder34963. Do you know how dangerous time travel is? Yes, this is about the 3rd time I've done it for YouTube, and so far it's been almost a travesty every time, but it's fine. Let me find another one here. Well, that's about it for the Q&A podcast. It's a pretty short one. All right. Now, to be fair, even though we did have to outsource this a little bit, this is the first time that I've actually gotten to upload a video using one of these Time Machine Windows thingies, so good for us. One comment, unlisted. Alright, so Operation Podcast was a a pretty good success. And yeah. Okay, last thing we're gonna do, we cannot edit a video in Windows because Windows Movie Maker doesn't actually work. Disappointed? Yes. However, there's still a way that we can do this. It'll just be an unedited video, but we can still record it in Windows Vista. And it's through the magic of internal hardware. So when I record, I use an external thing. It goes from my computer to the box, and then the box records things, and then sends what it's recording to the monitor so I can view what I'm doing. That's external hardware. We're going to be using internal hardware. And I actually tested out a program, EasyVid, which is a free video recorder that you can use, and you can download it for free, or at least I got it for free. Now what this will do, it'll record a video straight from Vista to Vista of what I'm doing on screen, and then that's cool. And we can do a gameplay video through Vista. There's so many great games to be played on Vista. Why can't I install any AXEs? What is it? Alright, outsourcing once again, but this is alright. This is alright. This is fine. So in the real world, we're going to start EasyVid, because I already got it here, and it opens the EXE. So that's going to record everything we're doing here. Go back to Vista, and we're going to record audio separately. When you do YouTube, you have to be able to record everything separately so you can adjust it separately, or at least that's the way that I do it. We don't actually have games on Vista right now. I have games that would probably run in Vista, like actual PC games. However, I don't have a disk tray on my computer. I'm an insane person. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this Windows Vista walkthrough. I'm Pater, and today we're going to be playing some games on miniclips.com. We're going to start out with Agario. I used to play Agario a lot. It used to be really big back in the day. Sorry if the footage is a little bit choppy for two reasons. One, alright, I lost to that guy because I'm really bad. Sorry, guys. Imagine if I were actually doing this in like 2007, if I were the first person to upload an Agario video using 2007 machines back in the day on YouTube, because no one was doing that. I would get heck of views. Hey, it's Sonic. That's funny because it's me, and Peter is nothing without Sonic. This is starting to actually hurt my eyes, so for Sonic, for you my friend, 8-ball pool. I'm pretty good at 8-ball pool games. I used to play these all the time back in the day. I had an account, I had money, I dominated, I didn't. I sucked. Alright, I always liked being stripes, and so I will in turn sink nothing. It's really laggy, alright? This is hard to manage. Hit it. Hit it. Oh, come on, man. Alright. Run out of time. Can you just let me shoot? I'm trying to make content here. And basically he sinks this and he wins. Alright guys, well this has been my uncut Windows Vista Let's Play. We'll make it 720, nothing too extreme. Actually, we might even lower it to 480 because that's way more Windowsy. We'll call it Agario Funny Moments. Alright, the video's all done, unlisted. Please, thank you, yes and no. This is the best quality we're gonna get out of here. And yes, this is what it would have been like back in Vista. Well, anyways, we have accomplished... Okay. We have accomplished a lot today. Everything on here was actually very functional. The only thing I couldn't get to work was any.exe files and Windows Movie Maker. So we're still on the quest to actually be able to edit videos for one of these, but we actually uploaded content to YouTube, which was the first time we've done that during one of these Windows videos, so I'd say this was pretty successful. This was pretty great. I loved coming back to Vista. I was kind of sad the games weren't on here because it's Vista Business, upsettingly. That's all I could get my hands on. I've got something cool planned for the next one, and it's going to be even harder to get working, but it's going to be extremely rewarding. And so basically I'm thinking I'm going back to an old Macintosh operating system And the reason I'm saying that ahead of time is because I'm still on the quest to find an old operating system that has a working video editor. And old Macintosh, I mean Macintosh in general, Macs nowadays are used for video editing like crazy. That's one of their big advantages over PC, is they're really good for that and image manipulation. So we can probably have some fun with that. But yeah, I love Vista. I miss Vista. Actually, the first videos I uploaded to YouTube, I rendered and edited on Windows Vista using Movie Maker. The first YTPs I ever did back on the My Red Yoshi channel. Pretty much everything you see on the My Red Yoshi channel, which I probably shouldn't have mentioned that name, because a lot of you probably haven't seen it yet, and you're probably going to check it out, unfortunately. But hey, that's what I did. So Vista means a lot to me. It has a lot of significance within my heart, and now the circle is complete. I've come all the way back around to 8 years later, still making videos on Vista. And if we can end with that gorgeous shutdown sound. Country road, take home to the place that I belong. Windows Vista, Windows Vista, Windows Vista, Windows Vista.